By year 4 or 5, if you take Social Security early, this George is about $132,000 ahead. And then it starts to get, that difference gets chipped away at each month because of the higher Social Security benefit. And in about 15 years, this straight break even is done. George has earned all $132,000 back. Now, we haven't quite figured in the cost of not making that money. So the first year, he does not have to withdraw $25,000 because he's getting that from Social Security. If he were to get 8% growth, then he would have an extra $2,000 in his account because of that. And then after 2 years, there's another $25,000 to $30,000 not withdrawn, plus the first year's interest and the second year's interest. Now, the compounding effect of the second year's interest is $6,000, right? So it starts to compound and it starts to make a real difference. If George earns 3% on his money, the break even gets pushed out by about 3 years. So this is where I say, if you have a low risk tolerance, it probably makes sense to actually still wait on Social Security because you're not earning enough to make that big of a difference in the break even. But let's throw, instead of a 3% growth rate, let's throw an 8% growth rate. We've now pushed this out to something like 40, the chart shows about 48 years. George will be 100 and something. I think it was like 114 or something like that. Anyway, George would be over 100 years old before he caught up if he was able to earn 8% growth. And I have a couple of clients that have come to me, usually engineer types, accountants. They caught this on their own, never found anybody to analyze it. We analyze it for them, and they end up taking Social Security at 62 because they're a high risk tolerant individual. And they say, yeah, I expect to earn 5, 6, 7, 8, 9% on my money. And therefore my break even is truly way out there because I can earn growth on those dollars invested in my retirement plan. So this is mistake number 1. People not factoring in all of the variables in this Social Security break-even age. They just add up the dollars received and say, oh, at this age, I'm good. I've received the same amount. But that's not perfectly equal, all things being said.
Leave it to Zach to solve the most complex question.
This is where I live, right?
Zach is the master of all complex questions here in our office.
It's like a puzzle. It's like a fun puzzle for me to try to figure out.